And you mentioned this smart haptics, right? Or you have this technology, textile haptics, I believe it's called, right? Fabric with embedded electronics, right? Can you talk a bit more about this briefly?
Yeah, so this is also work that groups do in our faculty, is really the integration of electronics into fabrics. The work that we did was using these, in this case, shape memory alloys. Mm-hmm. And again, this was thinking from the material, because shape memory alloys, typically if you want to keep them skin safe, the deformation is only a few %, right? So it's not that you can create very strong haptic sensations with the standard shape memory alloy shapes that you can get. So this is a process where you really start thinking about how should we shape the metal and what kind of support structures do we use. And this is where textile came in this sense, in that we wanted to create something for people to wear or to touch their skin. So wear on their skin or touch with their hands. And we use these kind of textile structures to enhance the movement of the material itself. So it could exaggerate or accentuate the movement that the metals were able to make. So this was a sort of process of integration and exploration where we started from this shape memory alloy material and then looked for different materials to act as a supporting structure.
I'm actually very excited about shape memory alloys. I would love to work with them. Never did, but always was curious maybe in the future.
I'm lucky with my colleagues that I get a chance to work on this.
Yeah, this is like still not a common thing to do and design. But where do you see the potential for shape memory alloys, like in terms of application scenarios, use cases?
Yeah, so one of the downsides is that the response time of these materials is relatively slow. So for alerting and things like that, it's definitely a challenge. But where they're very interesting is that the sort of movements they make and the touch sensations that they produce feel kind of organic or natural, for lack of a better term. So actually in the domain of affective touch, they might be very interesting because they create these kind of more natural feeling sensations. Plus they heat up after use. So you can also mimic, if you get the composition of the materials right, this kind of temperature that you might feel from an actual touch of a person. This takes a lot of exploration. I don't think anyone has been able to do that in a very nicely structured interaction just yet, but the potential is there, I think.
Right. And it takes a lot of energy, right? Like you have to have like a good power bank, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, that's another downside. Yeah.